Yeah, Teddy had a knee injury. He's going to have surgery next week, and we won't have him back until spring ball.
With him playing in five, I mean, is there no chance, or with the limited snaps in some of those games, you guys have a chance to maybe look at getting a red shirt on him?
Yeah, we'll see. More worried about him and his health and everything right now, and we'll work on eligibility issues later on.
How do you think Bryce did coming into that when you watched it back, and sort of just what you saw from him as he dealt with, being demoted briefly and how it impacted him?
Yeah, I said going into that week, I had a long talk with the team about just doing what's best for the team, continue to get better. We've had several guys that have been taken out for a little while and then got their chance again and just need to make the most of it. So Bryce played a lot of football. I thought he came in and did well. Obviously, we had a pretty good second half offensively, and we need him to play well Saturday.
Where has that group improved in your mind in the last couple of weeks?
We just got to keep getting better at protection and keep getting movement in the run game. And it's been baby steps, and we're getting better at that. But when we can establish run game, everything works, and we got a quarterback that can make throws and people can get open if we have time. So that's not a big secret. That's offensive lines anywhere.
How tough is the timing of that injury for Teddy, given the progress he has been making and making his second start?
Yeah, I feel bad for him. You feel terrible for anybody when they get hurt, and we're playing a team that has a couple key guys that have gotten hurt, and it's just tough. These kids put so much time and effort and energy into this, and Teddy's been just improving by leaps and bounds since he got here, and he was getting to reap the benefit of that, and it's a tough setback, but guys come back from these things, and he'll be fine.
Scott, Austin Allen said he felt pretty good at halftime, even though you guys hadn't scored in the first half. I know you talked a little bit about this after the game, but how much did what you did in the first half, even though it didn't lead to points, sort of unlock what you did in the second half of the game?
Yeah, really, realistically, we could have scored a couple times in the first half, and that would put us in a better situation. But doing some of the things we did in the first half set up some things for the second half for sure. I think Coach Lubick and the rest of the offensive staff did a good job making a couple tweaks and pointing us in a couple other directions at halftime, and we certainly had them in a lot of good plays in the second half, and did enough to win. Needed to do a little more.
As part of, you mentioned Ryan Held catching the review, has his role in the box, has it changed at all, the way that you've been able to communicate adjustments or make adjustments at halftime?
Of all the coaches on my staff, the one that understands option football probably the best is Coach Held. So it's been a benefit for us to have him up there to watch the specifics of how people are playing us on that, to make sure we're getting the right scheme that way. Coach Lubick's pretty dialed into calling a game with me too, so Held's able to watch the whole field and see some other things, and he did a great job catching that, and that would have been another unfortunate touchdown that probably shouldn't have counted, and I'm glad he saw it.
Hey, speaking of running backs, I told you 6 months ago Amir Johnson would be your number one running back and receiver in the game. Would that have surprised you, and how far has he come in that 6 months' time?
Yeah, I think it would have surprised me. He was probably fifth on the depth chart to start fall camp. But been saying all along, I'm waiting for somebody to step up and kind of take it. And he's taking advantage of chances. I think he's running hard, making plays in the pass game. We certainly need other guys to keep improving and give him some break. But really happy for Amir and how far he's come. And when you're patient with some people, sometimes they continue to improve and end up being good players.
When was the light bulb moment for him in your eyes? Like, when did you say, hey, this guy, he's coming on?
It's been gradual, but it really started this fall camp. I used to get frustrated with him for not running full speed. He's such a fast kid, and everything wasn't 100% all the time. There's only one way to play this game, and that's with everything you got. And sometimes when you come in young, you dip your toe in the water a little bit instead of just letting it rip. And he's really learned how to play as hard as he can.
There's a lot that goes into maximizing a team's potential. How close are you on this team, do you think?
We still got a lot of ways we can get better, Sip. We can continue to get better up front. We can block downfield better. There's been a couple little details right when we need them the most that have hurt us. Defense has played so well, but one more stop here and there. We had one miscommunication on a coverage on one of their touchdowns, so those things happen during a game. When your margin of error is so slim, they can really hurt you. When it isn't, you don't even notice those things. We're playing a lot of good teams, and the margin for error in those games is small, and got to avoid those things. But the guys are playing well. We can still get a lot better.
How many of the patience that you mentioned with Premier question that might be a value for other guys to see that? And I think you mentioned Marcus Catcher Walker last week too when talking about Dan. Is that part of Marcus's role too in helping guys see some of the
Yeah. Apparently Marcus's role is to get on social media for standing behind me at games. He does a great job. I was always dehydrated at games before because I never even thought to drink anything, and he's always handed me a water bottle. It's been nice. Marcus he's great. He's great with our kids. Our kids trust him. He's able to help them with a lot of things on and off the field. And you need guys when kids come from a long way away to go to school somewhere. You need not guys. You need people in the kids' corner and many of them, multiples of them, to help them navigate football and life, and Marcus is a big piece of that for us.
You made the changes along the offensive line. You said you want to see them play with more attitude, more nasty. How have you seen Bryce's attitude respond to that?
Well, he's got a chance to show us this week. He's from Minnesota. He's getting a chance to play against them. I don't think he played his best game against them last year, so this is a big opportunity for him, and we got a lot of faith in him. So he's got to have a good week of practice and counting on him and the rest of the guys to play well.
I know it's a different year, but the last 2 years, things haven't gone well against Minnesota. When you look back at those games, like what jumped out of those two losses?
I think we were 4-2 when we went up there 2 years ago, and we played really uninspired football. I had the feeling as head coach we had some of our kids that didn't really want to be there. It was a little cold. It was spitting rain. We didn't play tough that night. I give them credit. They had a really, really good team 2 years ago. Good team last year. We haven't played our best against them either. So they've had 2 weeks to prepare. I'm sure they're going to play their best game they've played this year. I hope we do too.
They like to sit on the ball. How do you have to, I know you got to be kind of patient as a defense and kind of pick your spots, but how do you get the ball away from them and kind of turn the game into a flow that favors you?
You got to get ahead, I think, Sam. We got to start fast. And in a lot of these games that we play in this league, if we're behind, they can kind of play the game they want to and run time off the clock. And that changes if you're not ahead. So looking forward to trying to start fast, and I'm sure they are too. But we got to take advantage of whatever reps we get on offense because sometimes there's more and sometimes there's less.
You've had a couple stretches here where you've played a lot of weeks in a row. Now you're going into 8 and you handle things with the guys any differently this week or talk to them about sort of earning the bye, however that works?
Yeah, we took the pads off them today. We usually have some part of practice on Monday, good on good, and there's a lot of thumping on Monday. We didn't do that today. I thought I just needed to give the guys a little break after a really physical game on Saturday, and they responded really well, really clean practice, and the guys were dialed in today. So they're excited to play, and I told them if anybody wants to play in the NFL, you play 4 preseason games and 16 regular season games and sometimes playoffs, and you get 1 week off, and that's after a camp, and that is a grind. So 8 weeks is a lot for college football, but our guys got plenty of gas in them.
You were searching for that left guard answer. Maybe it's still prove-it mode for Nuri, but so far, I mean, after you watched him against Michigan and with the Northwestern performance, where do you feel about that spot now?
Feel good about how Nuri's played. I think that whole process would have happened faster if he was consistent, and that's what I want to continue to see from him is consistency. He's probably exceeded my expectations during games. If we'd have seen that in practice consistently, it probably would have happened faster. So he's doing a good job. He can still get a lot better, but I just want it to be I want to be able to count on him to do it all the time.
You mentioned a game a couple of years ago where maybe some of the guys didn't want to be there or whatever. How much has the personality of the team changed since that point? In what ways?
I think we're just more of a grown-up team. We got more kids that love each other and love the team and love football.
What about your meeting with Trev on Sundays? What can you tell us about what you guys talk about during the meetings and how you think they're going?
Which meeting?
The meetings with Trev on Sundays after games?
Oh, Trev's been great. Sometimes I go up there, sometimes he comes down. Yeah, he felt like all of us Saturday. I think he felt like, here we go, this is the one. We're going to get this one. This is a big win, top 10 team. Gosh, and the kids did so many things right, and heartbreaking for him, but he felt the same way the coaching staff did. I really appreciated him yesterday. He went around to all the assistant coaches too, and told them how proud he was of what the team did on Saturday. So it's been nice to have him show support like that.
Scott, how has your team avoided having this stretch of games take an emotional toll on them? It seems like they're still mentally strong, despite playing 8 straight weeks now and also a few heartbreaking losses in there.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about this game from an energy and enthusiasm standpoint. You know, when you're running sprints and you have to do 20 of them, it's not the 20th one that gets you. It's the 16th, 17th, 18th one. You know, the guys know that we got a little break coming up after this game. We've been trying to take care of them. So Minnesota's got a good team. They're well coached. It's on the road. It's going to be tough. But I don't think our guys will fail to prepare and be ready for it.
Metrics are metrics, right? But ESPN's got one metric where you guys are 21st in the country, another one where I think you're 24th. The problem is you played 3 top 10 teams. How good is the Big Ten right now? Just in the 4 years you've been in it and just in general, based on the leagues that you've coached in?
I think the Big Ten's really good. I've said this a lot. Top to bottom, it's good. Anybody can beat you any week. On top of that, we play might as well just schedule a scrimmage with Penn State on a Wednesday. We're going to play everybody that's good in the league every year. We knew that the schedule was going to be a challenge coming into the year, and the kids were excited about it. And, man, we've battled with these teams that are all good teams, and I think we're a good team. We got to win our share.
You got pretty stabilized, you think, at the playing spot versus the last few weeks?
Yeah, but that spot's like a couple other spots. We got kids with talent. They got to do their job when they're called upon to do it. In the last 2 weeks, Will's done that. So the team's counting on guys to do their job, and I hope all of them continue to do it when they're asked to.
Just to clarify, you say Trev came up to the offices yesterday?
I talk to Trev quite a bit, but yeah, we kind of get together every Sunday and talk about the day before. I'm usually not in the right frame of mind on a Saturday night to do that, but he's been awesome. He was in the locker room after the game on Saturday. I know he went around to some of the players and gave them encouragement, and came down and talked to everybody yesterday. It was great.
How tough are night games to kind of turn around on Sunday, when you get off the field late and have to come right back on Sunday? It's a little bit tougher in the last 3 weeks having to turn around.
Yeah, it's probably tougher on coaches than players. I remember being a player, and I would just sleep in, skip church, which I shouldn't have done, but sometimes you skip church. As a coach, you got to get up early and get to game planning again. So I told the players after practice today that the big thing this week is we got to recover. It's been a grind, and we got to recover. So sleeping and eating right and hydrating and everything, and getting physically right for this game. I know they'll be emotionally and mentally right.
Scott, I wanted to ask you, with kick and punt return men, how much do you weigh whether you use a guy that they starting receiver or starting back, as far as trying to keep them healthy for what you're doing and eliminate risk?
Normally, I would weigh it quite a bit. Right now, I want someone back there that's going to catch it and give us a chance to return it. And we're fielding it right now. We need to make a play in the return game at some point, and that would really help us. So normally, you make sure everybody's healthy. Right now, it's all hands on deck.
Is that, on the other hand, was that as well as the coverage units playing all year in your mind?
Yeah, they were really good on return units, and I thought our kick coverage team did an exceptional job. But I've been saying that for a while. It hasn't, special teams' problem hasn't been our coverage units. It's kind of just been the guys doing the specialty jobs here and there, and those guys are doing better. So hit reset, and it's not a problem.